Hey, what's up, everybody? BDL44 coming at you with another video. All right, so the score was 119-109. The Lakers lost to the Golden State Warriors at home in the season opener. I'm just gonna get into the stats and then we'll do some commentary, man. I'm frustrated. So the Lakers lost the first quarter 28-22. In the second quarter, we came out and won 32-27. Third quarter, we got mollywopped 35-25, and that was us coming back after starting the quarter even a lot worse than that. And in the fourth quarter, we were a 30-29 victor in the fourth quarter, but of course, you still lost the game. But that was the quarter-to-quarter situation there. Your Los Angeles Lakers shooting percentages from the three-point line could have been better, 25%, 8 of 32. So we don't like that. But we did shoot pretty well from the field, 42 of 77. The free throw line was terrible, 17 of 28, 60%. That is awful. And the Warriors got to the line 29 times, and they hit 26 of them. That was the difference. You missed 11 free throws, you lost by 10. 38 of 78 from the field, 48% for the Warriors. 17 of 40 from the three, 42% for the Warriors. So, yeah, man. We lost the rebound in total 40-39, so that's not bad. They had 9 offensive boards to our 7. They had 29 assists to our 23. We had 7 steals to their 10. The Lakers had 2 blocks, the Warriors 4. Lakers had 20 turnovers, 22 points conceded off of those. And the Warriors 18 turnovers, 23 points conceded off of those. They had 13 fast break points to our 6. And the Lakers really did do a great job in the paint, 62-36. We had 21 fouls to their 27, so they actually fouled more than us, which is kind of shocking to me. They had a 17-point lead at one point. We had a 2-point lead, and that was gone very quickly. So, yeah. I think I'm going to give the game ball to Jimmy Butler as I'm staring at the opponent's stats. Jimmy Butler had 31 points, plus 20, 1 steal, 4 assists, 5 rebounds, 2 offensive boards, 16 of 16 from the free throw line. 16 of 16 from the free throw line. 7 of 14 from the field, 1 of 2 from the 3 for Jimmy in 35 minutes of play. So, yeah, he will get the game ball, even though they had multiple Warriors that probably deserve it. I'm going to give it to him because 16 out of 16 is crazy. To even get there 16 times is nuts, but to hit all of them, yeah, you'll get the game ball from me, Jimmy Butler. Draymond Green, 3 of 6 from the field, 1 of 3 from 3, 1 of 3 from the free throw line. 8 points, 4 turnovers, 2 blocks, 1 steal, 9 assists, 7 boards. He was tremendous, a plus 20 as well. He was really good. 28 minutes there. Jonathan Kuminga was fantastic, man. 6 of 11 from the field, 4 of 6 from 3. 17 points, 1 steal, 6 assists, and 9 boards. This is the Jonathan Kuminga I know is in there. And hopefully the Warriors will allow him to start and continue to get the minutes that he's been getting in this game for the rest of the season. And I'm sure he'll be better than we've ever seen him be, because this is who he is. This is who he should have always been. So shout out to him for playing well. Hate that you did it against my squad, but it's good to see you get the season started off well. Steph Curry, 23 points, 1 block, 3 steals, 4 assists, 1 board. 8 of 8 from the free throw line, 3 of 9 from 3, and 6 of 14 from the field. Not the most efficient night for Steph Curry, but he was still Chef Curry. Very, very entertaining. The 3 steals was pretty impressive. I thought this was one of the best defensive performances I've seen him personally do. Paying attention to what he was doing defensively specifically. I haven't watched too much of him, so I'm a Laker fan, but Steph Curry played great defense tonight for the standards that I have for him. Podziemski, 3 of 7 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3, 7 points, 1 steal, 2 assists, 7 boards for B-Pod. Al Horford, 5 points, 1 assist, 5 rebounds, 1 of 4 from the 3, 2 of 7 from the field in 20 minutes. Quentin Post came in, had 2 boards, 1 assist, did not attempt a single shot. Buddy Hield, also on fire. I felt like Nostradamus. I'm a Nas fan, so yeah. I would have gotten a lot of money if I would have bet that Buddy Hield was going to have a fantastic second half after going 2 of 3 from the field in the first half. I told you guys, pay attention to him, where he went absolutely nuts in the third quarter. 5 of 10 from the 3, 6 of 11 from the field for 17 points, plus 5 there, 1 steal and 1 board. Buddy Hield was just shooting the lights out. And this is what he's capable of doing when he's on. And if he sees a couple fall in the first half, he comes out of the locker room and this is what you're going to get. I predicted it. I was right. Gary Payton II, 3 of 6 from the field, 0 of 1 from 3, 6 points, 1 steal, 1 block, 1 assist, and 2 rebounds for GP2. Will Richard, the rookie, was pretty impressive in 14 minutes, 2 of 2 from the field, 1 of 1 from 3, 5 points, 1 steal, 1 assist, and 1 rebound. And that was your opponent, Golden State Warriors. Stats, let's get into the Lakers. 3 of 6 from the field for Rui, 3 of 6 from the 3, of course, from Rui, 9 points, 3 assists, and 4 rebounds, -6 there, 1 turnover, 35 minutes of play. We'll talk a little bit about Rui. His offensive efficiency was good. It's good to see the offensive efficiency. I'd like for him to do some things better. On a night like tonight, he needs more than 4 boards. And the defensive end, he was getting taken advantage of at times. He was in no man's land at times. So I had a hard time with Rui tonight, even though I was really pleased with the efficiency from Nahar. DeAndre Ayton, 10 points, 1 block, 6 rebounds, 5 of 7 from the field. The 4 turnovers were a little much. 3 fouls, not bad. I thought we were trying to force it to him early on. It looked like he was having a little bit of a hard time with the defense that they were putting on him as we were forcing the ball into the paint. He would, fumble the ball, but I thought he was pretty solid at times. In the second half, he started to get his confidence a little bit, striking a little harder, a little more quickly. Not a great DeAndre Ayton game, only 6 boards. I need more boards out of him on a night like tonight. So he was okay. I thought he had good moments and he had some not so good moments. And so all in all, I thought it was an okay debut. Nothing to cry home about. Gabe Vincent, 1 of 4 from the 3, 3 points, 1 steal, 1 assist. The efficiency stayed in the preseason. We're back to Cardi G. That was okay. It wasn't horrible, but it wasn't. We needed more from our role guys, man. We really did. Tonight we did not have enough help. Austin Reeves, 9 of 16 from the field, 1 of 5 from 3, 7 of 10 from the free throw line, 26 points, 2 steals, 9 assists, 5 rebounds, 5 turnovers as well. This was a tough night for Austin. He was playing with foul trouble the whole game. His efficiency numbers actually looked better than the eye test was giving me. 9 of 16, I think he was able to kind of clean it up with some layups at the end. Kind of got his stuff together in the end. The majority of the game, he was really bad from an efficiency standpoint. I like the 9 assists and 5 boards is good. 2 steals, I like that. It was a lot of exerted effort for Austin, but not a whole lot of efficiency through maybe 3 quarters. I think he was a little better in the 4th quarter, but the majority of the game, it was a massive struggle there with the fouls and the brick shots. I'm gonna save the best for last. Luka's numbers are nuts, so I'm just gonna save him for last. Jared Vanderbilt, 0 points, 2 turnovers, 1 steal, 3 rebounds. 0 of 4 from field, 0 of 2 from 3, 12 minutes of play. It's hard, man, because Vanderbilt is so reliant upon the 3 fall in order for people to have confidence to keep him out there. I think people should still keep him out there and just live without whatever you need to live without. I understand the importance of spacing, especially with Luka on the floor, who's going to be out there the majority of the game. So you don't want Vanderbilt out there messing with the spacing. But I just think there may be an overreaction to the deficiencies of Vanderbilt and I don't know if I have the right words for it, but not expecting that you will need is what he brings to the table as much as you actually do. Underestimating, I guess, is a word that I was trying to come up with in my head. Underestimating how much you need his perimeter defense, his quick to twitch to the basket in 50-50 ball situations, prowess, so to speak, his rebounding. You need Vanderbilt on the floor in this game for more than 12 minutes. And whatever you thought you were helping yourself with by leaving someone who could space the floor on the floor was made up in the areas that Vanderbilt would have been good in, that the person that you left out there was not good in. So it's like you live with the spacing goodness, but you miss out on all the stuff that Vanderbilt can do that helps you in the specific areas that you were very weak tonight. We're over the word is not there. I don't know, but we're trying too hard with Vanderbilt. I think we need to keep it simple. Leave him out there and let him do what he does. He's going to make up for all the stuff he doesn't do on the back end with the great stuff that he does that the other players we have do not do. And that's really what I'm trying to say. Jake LaRavia, 2 of 4 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3, 5 points, 3 rebounds. Let me tell you something about Jake LaRavia. 16 minutes of play. He was the fastest player to the ball I had seen on this team, bro. No exaggeration. The quickness that he moves with when it's a loose ball situation or offensive rebound is faster than most players. If he has any special ability, it's his quickness. He's not fast as in foot speed, but his his reaction timing is lightning. He has reaction timing that is better than most. And that's what the eye test told me in this game, and that's what the eye test kind of told me in the preseason. But he really popped off the screen tonight. Anytime there was a loose ball, especially in the first half, this dude was as fast as my mind was. To see in the loose ball, he was already on it. So that is something that needs to be utilized more. I may be even willing to explore putting him in the starting lineup just for the fact that he can be quick to loose balls, that he can space the floor some, that he does have more well-rounded two-way ability. And I just think he looks a little better on the defensive end than Rui Hachimura. I know Rui's much better offensive player, much more efficient scorer. Your ceiling is much higher if you can utilize Rui better. But I think Jake LaRavia is a more true 3, and I just think a lot of what went wrong was just us being so slow to closeouts, so bad in the perimeter, in my opinion. That was a big part of what was wrong out there against this Warrior squad. So I thought Jake LaRavia, even though the numbers don't tell me nothing, if you go back and look at his possessions, see how fast he was to loose balls, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. He was fast, y'all. Like, fast. Jackson Hayes, 2 of 3 from the field, 14 minutes of play, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, and 4 boards. I thought Jackson Hayes was one of the best rebounders out there when you consider how poorly other players rebounded tonight for what we expected from them. Him in only 14 minutes of play, this was probably a game you played Jackson a little more, to be honest with you. I felt a little better about Jackson's minutes than I did about DeAndre's. Take it for what it's worth. You left DeAndre out there for 34 minutes. I thought we looked better in the 14 minutes that Hayes was out there. I really did. And that's not saying a lot of good about either of them because, my expectations for Hayes isn't high. I understand that he's a limited player and all of that. But just on this particular night, I felt better about him than I did about Ayton at times. I really did. Marcus Smart, 3 of 6 from the field, 0 of 3 from 3, 9 points, 3 turnovers, 1 steal. In the first half, all those antics were a lot. It was a lot. It was entertaining, but he was hurting himself, and he got in foul trouble. In the second half, he kind of calmed it down, but I think foul trouble ultimately became a thing, and I think he tired himself out with all that damn flopping and physicality, and he tired himself out, man. If he's going to stay healthy, he's got to stop allowing his body to hit the floor like that. He needs to respect that he's older now, and he's a little more fragile with all these injuries that he's gone through. To start his season off, he got 82 games plus playoffs to play, bro. You can't do what you did in the first half all season long and expect to make it through the season. It's not going to work. That's exactly what I would tell him. Like, Marcus, you got to be smart about your body. You're 31 now, bro. All that flopping and letting your hips bang up against these big femurs and stuff like that, you ain't going to make it through the season. And I can see why you've had some of the injuries you've had in the past. This style is not sustainable for good health, bro. You have got to reel it in. So that's what I would tell LaMarcus Smart. Smart is smart. That's what I would tell him. You got too many games to play to be doing that. In the first half, he exerted so much energy and accomplished so little. So that's really what I saw there. I think we're going to have a great time with Marcus Smart, but I wouldn't be surprised if we miss a lot of games. I wouldn't be surprised. So we just got to prepare ourselves for what we have going on without LeBron James, because this roster, I like the players individually, but collectively, we got work to do, man. We really are deficient in some key areas, and it caps our ceiling off significantly lower than what should be when you consider what Luka did tonight. 41 minutes of play, 17 of 27 from the field, 2 of 10 from the 3, 7 of 10 from the free throw line, 43 points, 1 block, 2 steals, 9 assists, and 12 rebounds, a -8. And I can argue he didn't play his best first half. He looked good, but he didn't look as good as I know he can look. But the numbers are. He needs better teammates, y'all. And I know it's early. I don't want to overreact to a first game of the season and all of that. But when a guy is capable of what he's doing out there, he needs better role players and better complement what he does and better makeups for what he's not able to do. And I'm not saying that Rob Pelinka's done a bad job or anything like that this offseason. Absolutely not. I don't think he's done anything wrong. I think we're well on our way. But when you realize that Luka is like firmly at the beginning stages of his prime and he's playing like this the first day of the season, you understand that he can win a championship if he has the right talent around him. That's really all I'm saying. Not to knock our guys, because it sounds like I'm knocking our guys when I say that, but I'm saying that if this guy is in the right situation, he can win championships every year, bro. Every single year. That's who this is. And so we have a roster, in my opinion, that's a little broken. Let's just rip the Band-Aid off. The roster's a bit broken. We got players that can't actually do the job we're asking them to do in certain situations. And we have got to figure that out so that we can maximize Luka Doncic's situation. While he's in this level, while he's at this level, we got to hurry up and get what we need around him. We got to hurry up and get what we need around him. That's what I've come to understand. When you see a guy basically on an off night, 2 of 10 from 3, this is an off night, go for 43 points, 9 assists, and 12 boards. Yeah, no, you got to make sure the people around him can do the things he needs them to do so he can get you to the promised land, man. That's it. That is it. How we get there, I'm not sure. But we got to get there, and we got to get there soon, man. So that's really what it is. Luka Doncic, I would have gave you the game ball if we won, but we didn't win, and so we don't do that. But his line is far better than anybody else's in this game. Far better. So I'm super happy he's here, but there's a certain level of urgency that needs to be conveyed from within me to say we need to hurry up and get this man a proper unit around him that can do all of the things necessary to get him where he can drag them. And we don't have that right now, man. We don't. I'm just being honest. And I know we got some players to develop. We got some guys that didn't play tonight. We got some injury-prone stuff going on. Older guy, Braun, obviously that is a real thing. But, like, tonight, however we found ourselves in this space, he didn't get enough help from the people around him that he's going to have to rely upon for the rest of the season. We got to figure out something. Me personally, I want to reimagine Rui Hachimura's role on this roster. I want to reimagine it entirely. He is not a small forward. He is incapable of guarding the perimeter. He's not the sharpest tool in the shed when it comes to certain things on the floor. He don't rebound that great, but he is an extremely efficient scorer. That's really all I want to be forced to ask him to do from here on out. We need to reimagine Rui Hachimura's role, bro. Asking him to be the starting power forward or small forward and then put him on people out there that he can't guard, that's not it. What we need him to do is continue to be as efficient as he is from behind the arc and ask him to do as little of those other things that we've been asking him to do as humanly possible. I don't want him to have to guard anybody like a Wiggins or a GP2 or any of these type. I don't want him out there trying to deal with them. If we are forcing him to be in those spaces, we've been playing ourselves because he can't do it. He can't do it, man. But the things he can do, you can really take advantage of. He can go for 30 points on 15 shots if he's having a great night, no problem. We just need to make sure that we're not asking him to do things that he cannot do. And so that's the problem. Also, something that I see in our roster early on as I'm looking at our situation, we have too many non-shooters in prominent roles on this roster. This is a modern-day NBA. You need more players who are capable of hitting the three consistently and capable of being guarded out there. We have too many non-shooters. I'm just be honest with you. There's too many guys on this team that you know damn well shouldn't be out there behind the arc. And that's a problem in modern-day basketball. We got to fix that. And maybe the answer is just switching some people around. We don't necessarily even have to make trades to just put more of the shooters on the floor more of the time. Maybe just switch your offense up so it's not as much of a problem. I don't know. I don't have the solution. I'm just telling you what I believe the problem may be. Too many non-shooters on this roster in prominent roles. Too many. So, yeah, man. I like that we were able to see our team fight. I think we put up a good fight. I thought we were very physical. I thought Golden State obviously played with a lot more continuity. They had hotter basketball players out there tonight. They just hit more shots. When you got multiple guys who are going absolutely crazy, you got one guy getting to the line a million times. A lot of things worked in their favor as if they were at home when it came to those referees. I'm going to be honest with you. It was a bit frustrating there. But at the end of the day, we did not hit our free throws. And if we would have hit our free throws, the numbers tell you won the game by 1. So that's really what it comes down to. On a night like this, when you got people missing free throws left and right, you can point at a lot of different things, but the free ones would have won you the game. And you missed them. So that's it. That's what it comes down to. Ayton missed 2. LaRavia missed 2. Marcus missed 1. Luka missed 3. Austin missed 3. Nobody played horribly. Nobody shot horribly from the free throw line. But collectively, when you have that many people missing free throws, multiple free throws, it came out to be what it is, what we see there. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. I know this is one basketball game. Every matchup is different. There will be matchups where we don't have any problems, but a team like the Golden State Warriors seemed like they were just a little bit quicker than us, a little smarter than us. Definitely had more bodies to throw out there than tonight. We only checked in 9 players. How are we starting the season with this many injuries, this few people to play? I don't know, man. I wasn't pleased with this tonight. I wasn't pleased with this. Luka Doncic's putting up 43 points, 2 steals, 9 assists, and 12 rebounds. Luka Doncic has twice as many rebounds as anybody else on the team. I don't know, man. I don't know. He needs better stuff around him, Rob. That's what it comes down to. And I don't know what we're gonna do. I don't know how we do it, but that's the equation. We gotta really get some stuff in here that's not here, man. Perimeter defensive players, 3-point shooters, athletes who can catch lobs. Luka tried to attempt a lob to Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt don't have the type of hops, man. Not like that. He's not that type of brother, man. He ain't flying like that, Luka. You still got some learning to do about some of these teammates, man. They're not leapers like that. So I'm pretty sure as he continues to get more foot time down there with Vanderbilt, he'll understand where he can use him, where he can't. But that lob early, that was just him not knowing his teammate well enough. That's what that seemed like to me. So yeah, man, give kudos to the Golden State Warriors. I thought their scheme was a lot better than ours. They were blitzing us in the first half, and they switched the scheme up, and their offense was better, their defense was better. They were just a better team tonight. It wasn't even close. Obviously, we're missing LeBron. They're not missing anybody. So that is the story as well. And so we need to get well. But yeah, man, that's what it comes down to. I don't know. I walk away from this game just like irritated, I guess is the word. Irritated is the word. I don't feel like my team looked like they were capable of doing what they needed to do in key areas. They just looked inefficient. I don't even think that's the right word. They look ill prepared, maybe. I don't really know, but it was just something about us that just didn't look all that great. And I know we didn't have a full preseason with all of our guys, so that's a big part of it. And this is what I was concerned about. You're going up against teams that have been a bit more together than you've been able to be with your injuries and stuff. So I don't know, man. JJ's got his work cut out for him, but I really do think we need to reimagine Rui's role, man. We need to reimagine his role, and we need to try to find ways of patching up the areas of weakness that some of our players leave us vulnerable to be exposed. We really need to patch up some stuff, man. So I'm pretty sure we'll figure it out, but I am worried at first glance that we're just not good enough, man, to really be who we want to be in a tough Western Conference. So hopefully we can figure it out. Hopefully LeBron can raise our ceiling significantly. Hopefully, we can just kind of get more out of our role players and make some trades, get some people out of here, maybe call up some young guys that are a bit more capable of kind of doing the things that we need them to do out there. I don't know. I don't know what the solution is, but I can tell you this. This was not an impressive game for the Lakers. Not at all. It wasn't impressive. Um, I think we can play better, but I'm not sure how much better, and that's the part that I'm concerned about. I'm not sure how much better we can play than this. So, yeah, man. I think there's a need for some real wiggly, athletic, wing type perimeter specialist kind of dudes who can definitely stretch the floor. Um, a Mikal Bridges type, maybe. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where you find that player, but you gotta put that player where Rui is right now. That's what needs to happen. You need to find that person and put him where Rui is. And if you can put Rui at a role that's different, you can capture all of that good stuff that Rui can do. You'll likely have to move Rui in order to get that piece. I respect that and I understand that. But in a perfect world, extracting Hachimura is not the answer for me because I really want that efficiency that he brings. But I need somebody in his stead in that starting lineup who can do the things that we're asking him to do that he cannot do. And until we find it, good teams, smart teams are going to exploit us in that area very often. And that's what I am anticipating as I was watching this basketball game. The breakdown is right there with him, and we got to figure it out. So that's my takeaway. I can't wait to listen to what other people have to say about this. I really do need to hear some other commentary to kind of get a focus on summarize what it is that I just witnessed. If my sense of urgency and my concern is matched by others, I don't have a feel for that right now. And I don't want to underestimate how important LeBron James is to our roster. Once he comes in immediately, obviously I'd expect to be able to win games like this. But I just have some trouble with our role players right now. I'm having a real hard time with just what I saw from them. I'm having a hard time seeing the vision. But that doesn't mean the vision can't come together, and I'm pretty sure we'll figure something out. But I don't know. I don't quite have the words for it, but it's almost like a static. It's almost like something where you're so close but so far. Like you like what you see to a degree, but to a point, it's like there's something really wrong with it. And that's kind of what I'm gathering from what I just saw from that first game. It's just, I don't know. I just think we need to get some role players in here that maybe aren't here. But we'll get a stronger sample size. Of course, will give me a much better opinion, a much more advanced opinion, so to speak. One game is not enough to really know what you have and what you don't. But again, too many non-shooters in prominent roles, too little athleticism and speed around the perimeter. And I'm certain that if we tweak our play style and tweak some of our plays, we can kind of fix some of what it is that we saw tonight. Certainly, there are things you can always do to try to buffer, I guess, what's raw about you. But I don't know, man. I just there's something wrong here. There's something wrong with this roster. There's something, I don't know what it is, but it's something that needs to be fixed in this roster. And I think if we bring in that proper ingredient, or we remove whatever this ingredient is, I think we'll win a game like tonight. I think we'll win it. So practice is going to be important for this roster, and tweaking play styles and tweaking rotations, I think, is going to be very important for this roster. And hopefully getting LeBron in here, Abdul Thiro in here, because those are two athletes that can change things for us in terms of speed, slot people into their proper roles, and maybe that could be the ingredient there. Abdul Thiro might be the answer. He might be the answer. You may need to call on that rookie to try to do some things, but you hope you don't have the Vanderbilt effect with him bricking threes and stuff like that. But his athleticism, his speed, his quick hands, his prowess, if you bring that to what we have, it might make everything pop. It might. So that's something I want to say. I think you might benefit greatly from bringing that athlete in and actually put him on the roster in rotation. We did not see any Dalton Connect tonight. I think that might have been a mistake, given the fact that we were having so many issues on the offensive end. But then again, Dalton is he's still struggling, so I don't blame JJ for not giving him opportunity tonight. Bronny James didn't get any opportunities tonight. They will have them later. Koloko didn't play tonight. I think our rotation was pretty set without him as well, but I think we would have been a little better defensively at times with him, and he's been rebounding pretty well as well. So, there was some buttons that I think JJ could have pressed that could have helped us. I think one thing that definitely would have helped us is just having a better Austin Reeves overall. He just didn't. He didn't have it tonight until like the fourth quarter, as I mentioned. His inefficiencies, clanking, fouling, turning the ball over. It wasn't. We needed him to step up, and he didn't tonight. And he usually does, and I know he will, but tonight I needed a lot more from Austin. Other than the 9 assists, from which I really liked, and the 2 steals, very helpful. But the offensive end, is turnovers and brick shots. That's not it. I really, really wish Austin Reeves were much more efficient. If Rui could give Austin his efficiency, man, it would change life around here. It really would, man. And if, say, Marcus Smart and Vanderbilt could give Rui Hachimura their perimeter defensive ability, and LaRavia could give Rui Hachimura his quickness, boy, would we be exactly what we need to be. And that's kind of what it is, man. That's kind of what it is. So, Lakers, we're 0-1 in the season. We're underway. It's good to be back. I know it's going to be a nice long journey ahead. We got the Minnesota Timberwolves on Friday, I believe it is. I hope we be able to get a practice in before then. Keep an eye open for Luka Doncic, because he was, if I'm not mistaken, grabbing inner thigh area or something, so he might have pulled something. So if Doncic does not play on Friday, I would not be surprised, but it is 3 days from now, so hopefully we'll get some rest. Hopefully it's nothing and I'm just tripping. But I did see him pulling at his groin a little bit. The announcers we were listening to, they were not on top of that type of thing, man. Not at all. I know this is day one of Peacock, and they were really good at what they did, but they were not heads up as it pertains to what was going on that floor. I'm just going to be honest with you. They were doing their job, announcing the game, but some of those little things that say, yo, hey, that guy's hurting over there. Hey, yo, that guy's getting to a scrum over there. I didn't think they were all that sharp tonight. But overall, it was good listening to new telecasts for national television and stuff. I thought they were pretty good. It was just like the Luka injury. I need my announcer to say, yo, he's pulling, he looks a little. They didn't say nothing about it. And so that's just something I wanted to point out. But, yeah, man, all in all, this game sucked for us. The Warriors shot well. Their role players played better than ours, but our star played better than theirs, and we still lost, and I'm not pleased with that. But when you miss all of your free throws and then simultaneously send one guy to the free throw line 1,000 times for which he hits all of them, yeah, you're going to lose, man. All them damn turnovers, yeah, you're going to lose, man. That's really what I see there. Not pleased with this basketball game. Not pleased with the free throw line. But I can tell you we're in for a treat with Luka the Don, because that is one special athlete right there. BDO 44, I thank y'all for watching.